Welcome to Pharma Tech Frontiers, where we explore the most cutting edge development in pharmaceutical sciences. I'm your host Ritika, and today we begin a revolutionary series on the future of drug discovery and pharmacology. I'm thrilled to be joined by you, Muhammad Aslam, who brings exceptional expertise with his MPharm degree from Amrita School of Pharmacy in Kochi, Kerala. Muhammad, thank you for being in the show.
Hi, Ritika.
Before we dive into AI driven drug discovery, could you tell our listeners about your background and what excites you the most about the current transformation in pharmaceutical sciences?
Yes, sure. Hi, everyone. I am Mohammad Aslam, and I'm basically from Kerala, Calicut district. And I completed my master's in from Ahmedabad School of Pharmacy, as Ritika mentioned. And I completed my graduate bachelor's degree from JSS College of Pharmacy, Mysore. And during my master's, I worked on the project. Worked on the project actually exploring how acetylsalicylic acid improves cognitive function in sleep deprived zebrafish. And during my graduates, my studies was mainly on cancer cells and how this specifically hexokinase to indicative signaling pathway involved in the apoptosis. And I have used certain in silico techniques also uh, to filter the phytochemical compounds and how it is going to act on the pathway which I choose for the disease. And as you know, currently this drug discovery is completely moving towards the AI and ML techniques. Hello.
Yeah. So we are witnessing an unprecedented okay. We are currently witnessing an unprecedented integration of AI in drug discovery. How is machine learning fundamentally changing the traditional pharmaceutical R&D paradigm, do you think?
I think all of you are aware about drug discovery has been a bit of gamble. Almost you spend 10 to 15 years of and billions of dollars for getting a drug molecule into market. So it's quite expensive and it is too time taking one. But here's when AI, specifically machine learning, is stepping into the change the game. Instead of reacting to data after experiments, researchers can now predict outcomes before they happen. So AI models are trained on massive data sets, genomic data, chemical structures, disease pathways, even clinical records to identify patterns the human brain could never process its own. So another main advantages in spending up target prediction. Actually, traditionally we will do kind of trial and error and guesswork, and based on some research papers we will fix the targets on diseases. But now with the AI, algorithms can shift through thousands of scientific papers, patient records, and biological database, and it can predict the targets for specific diseases uh, using this AI and ML.
Right. So deep learning models are now predicting molecular properties with remarkable accuracy. Can you explain how these neural networks are being trained on chemical data?
Yes, one of the most exciting advances in chemistry and AI right now is how deep learning models, especially graph neural networks, are being trained to predict molecular properties with a high accuracy. The foundation of this progress lies in what's called molecular representation learning. These models can learn directly from structure of molecules, often represented as graph. In this graph, atoms are considered as nodes and bonds are edges. So this mirror the true chemical structure, and it allows graph neural networks, or simply we can say GNNs, to operate on molecules in very natural way. So how it works means each atoms update its understanding by exchanging information with the neighboring atoms, kind of like atoms talking or something we can call like that. So this process helps the models learn both the local pattern like functional group, global properties like molecular shape or size. So all of these molecular characters will be introduced learned by this GNN, and now it can predict, uh, we will train them its chemical structure training and chemical database, etc. So this graph network this graph network can this training, which is what I mentioned, like GNN.
Right. So, what are, let's go into generative AI and what are its, how can generative AI be used for novel drug designing? How are algorithms actually creating new molecular structures that have never ever existed before? Can you elaborate on that?
Actually, this generative AI is revolutionizing how we discover new drugs by literally creating new molecules from scratch, molecules that have never existed before. This process is known as de novo drug design. So traditionally, drug discovery started with the screening existing molecules in huge databases. But now, using AI, we can generate entirely new chemical structures with the properties tailored to specific disease or biological targets. So, for there are mainly three key technologies driven for these. So first, we can tell like variation autoencoders or VAEs. These models learn the underlying structure of molecule and compress them into what's called the latent space, a kind of abstract mathematical space where similar molecules cluster together. Once trained, the model can sample from this space and generate brand new molecules that still follow the rules of chemistry. So, second technique now we are using is that generative uh, adversarial network, or GANs. So GANs involve two neural networks working together. A generator that tries to create new molecule, and a discriminator that tries to tell if those molecules are real or fake. And the third one is reinforcement learning, or RL. Here, AI acts like a molecule designer playing a game. It starts with the basic molecule and learn to optimize it step by step, getting reward to improve in things like potency, safety, solubility, etc. So this is incredibly powerful for multi-objective optimization, where we need to balance multiple like properties at once.
Right. So quantum computing is making headlines in drug discovery. How might quantum algorithms solve problems that classical computers couldn't ever?
So quantum computing is starting to make serious wave in drug discovery, and the excitement is all about solving problems that are just too complex for classical computers to have handle efficiently. So quantum advantages in molecular simulation is one of the biggest promise in quantum computing is its ability to simulate molecules at a quantum level, modeling electrons, atoms, and bonds with a high precision. So classical computers usually struggle here because the number of quantum stages grow exponentially with the size of molecules. But quantum computers are built to handle quantum system, making them a natural fit. In drug discovery, it means we could one day predict how drug interacts with the target protein, all virtually saving time, cost, and accelerating breakthroughs. So it has part in protein folding. It can be used in protein folding or structural prediction also. Like while AI models like AlphaFolds have made great progress, quantum computing could take protein folding even further, especially in modeling dynamic interactions, rare conformations, or folding pathways that are too computationally intensive for classical models. Protein foldings like solving a massive 3D puzzle with countless moving parts. Quantum algorithm could potentially speed up this calculation and offer new insight into how and why protein misfolds, which is a key disease like Alzheimer's or in Parkinson's. And the current limitation for its now it's important to uh, stay grounded. Quantum computing is still in its early experiment stage. Today devices are small, noisy, and error prone, what we call noisy intermediate scale quantum machines. So we don't yet have a fault tolerant large scale quantum computers need to be fully realized the vision. Plus, building and running this system is incredibly complex and expensive.
Right. So companies like IBM and Google are now developing quantum systems for pharma specifically. So what specific applications are showing the most promise right now?
Right now, companies like IBM, Google, and as you said, these companies are working closely with the pharmaceutical industry to explore how quantum computing can transform drug discovery. So, as I said earlier, we are in the early stages only, but few key applications are already showing real promise. For example, one molecular simulation. So IBM and partners are using quantum system to simulate small drug-like molecule at the quantum level. So these are early experiments are helping validate the quantum computers can one day model chemical reactions and binding affinity much more accurately than classical method. Then second one like reaction pathway prediction. So quantum algorithm are being tested to predict reaction mechanism, figuring out the best way to synthesize complex drug compounds. This could save huge amounts of time and cost in chemical R&D. And third one, like protein ligand interaction. So this work on simulating how drug binds to its target, which is crucial in drug design. So while today's quantum machines can handle full proteins yet, they are starting with the fragments and building towards the goal. Then fourth one like quantum machine learning for drug screening. So here machine learning could improve virtual screening, helping sort through massive libraries of molecules more efficiently to find promising candidates. And finally, like optimization problems in design. Pharma involves a lot of tough optimization. So from molecule confirmation to clinical trial planning, quantum algorithms are being tested to solve these problems faster than classical solvers. So while full-scale quantum drug design is still few years off, we are already seeing proof of concept breakthrough in simulation, optimization, and machine learning. And companies like IBM and Google are at the forefront of turning this promise into practice.
Right. So let's talk about companies that are already using AI successfully. Can you share some breakthrough examples from the industry itself?
Yeah, sure. Companies like DeepMind's AlphaFold famously cracked the protein folding problem, predicting 3D structure with incredible accuracy and breakthrough that transforming biology and drug design. Uh, Another is Atomwise atom-wise. They use AI-powered virtual screening to sift through billions of molecules, helping find promising drug candidates faster and cheaper than traditional methods. Then recursion pharmaceuticals, they takes a unique phenomics approach using AI to analyze cell image and understand disease biology, speeding up drug discovery again. And these companies show how AI is no longer just hype, it's driving real, measurable progress in developing new medicines.
Right. So, how is AI being used to repurpose existing drugs for new indicators? This seems like a very faster treatment to new treatments, isn't it?
Yes, sure. AI transforming drug repurposing, which means finding new uses for existing drugs. Since these drugs are already approved for safety, repurposing is much faster and cheaper than developing a new drugs from scratch. So, how AI work means AI use computational methods to analyze huge data sets of biological, chemical, and clinical information. So, one powerful approach is network pharmacology, which looks at how drugs, proteins, and disease interact in complex networks to uncover expected connections. A great real-world example is during the COVID-19 pandemic, where AI helped rapidly identify existing drugs that might work against the virus, speeding up treatment options. In short, AI-driven drug repurposing offers a smart shortcut to bring the effective therapies to patients faster and with less risk.
Right. So, despite all this promise, what are the current limitations of AI in drug discovery that we need to be very realistic about?
Actually, I brought incredible excitement to drug discovery, promising faster, cheaper way to find new medicine. But it's important to keep a realistic perspective and understand the current limitation that still stand in the way of AI delivering on its full potential. For example, first, data quality is a major challenge. AI models thrive on large amount of high quality data. However, biological and chemical data sets are often noisy, incomplete, or biased. For example, many drug screening data sets may have error or lack of diversity in types of molecules or biological systems they cover. So this makes it hard for AI to learn reliable patterns, and it can lead to overfitting or misleading predictions. Then challenges like AI predictions always require experimental validation. So even if a model suggests a molecule promising, that only the first step. Real world biology is incredibly complex and messy, and many compounds that look good in silico fail in laptops or clinical trials. So AI acts more like a powerful hypothesis generator there, rather than a standalone solution. Another drawback is many AI models, especially deep neural networks, function as black boxes, meaning they produce prediction without clear explanation of how or why. So this lack transparency can make researchers hesitate to fully trust and or act on AI-driven insights. So finally, the biological systems we are trying to understand and manipulate are incredibly complex. So, living organisms have vast networks of interacting genes, proteins, cells, and environments. So, capturing this complexity fully in a computer model is massive challenge. So, AI tools are powerful, but they can't yet account for biological nonsense. So, integrating AI with the traditional experiments and expert knowledge remains essential.
Right. So, how do regulatory agencies like FDA view AI discovered drugs? Are there new approval pathways that are being developed meanwhile?
Yes, regulatory agencies like FDA or EMA are paying close attention to AI discovered drugs, recognizing their potential but also the challenges they bring. So first, like model validation is the key one. So AI tool must be rigorously tested to prove their accuracy, reliability, and clinical relevance before influencing drug approvals. Then, secondly, the FDA has released a guidance document focused on AI and machine learning, mainly for software, but laying groundwork for drug discovery applications. So, this emphasize transparency, explainability, and ongoing monitoring, especially since AI models can evolve over time. And one more I would like to add is while traditional drug approval pathways still apply, regulators are exploring new adaptive frameworks to handle AI unique features such as continuous learning and updates. So, overall, the regulatory landscape is evolving to balance innovation with patient safety, encouraging collaboration between industry and agencies to create a clear standard for AI driven drug development.
Looking ahead 5 to 10 years, how do you envision AI completely transforming the drug discovery process?
So looking ahead of 5 to 10 years, AI has a potential to completely transform the drug discovery process in ways we can only begin to imagine today. So I envision a future where fully integrated AI pipelines seamlessly connect every stage of drug development from analyze biological data, designing new molecule to predict safety and efficacy, all the way through to optimization clinical trial designs. So this AI system won't just assist scientists; they will act as a autonomous drug discovery engines capable of generating, testing, and refining drug candidates with minimal human intervention. So imagine an AI lab that designs a molecule, simulate its effect, propose synthesis routes, and even suggest clinical strategies, all at a lightning speed. So we are already starting to see early versions of this vision with AI designed molecules entering clinical trials. With the next decade, it's realistic to expect AI designed drugs hitting the market, especially in areas where rare disease, oncology, and personalized medicines were tailored to treatment are crucial. So, of course, realizing this future requirement overcoming challenges around data, validation, regulation, and trust. But the trajectory is clear. AI is set to revolutionize drug discovery by making it faster, smarter, and more precise, ultimately transforming healthcare worldwide.
Right. So, what are new career opportunities that are emerging for pharma graduates in this AI-driven landscape?
With AI transforming healthcare and drug discovery, pharmacy graduates have exciting new career opportunities are emerging. So, pharmacists today can step into interdisciplinary roles that blend traditional pharma knowledge with data science, computational biology, and AI working alongside AI specialists. So, bioinformaticians and software engineers. So computational pharmacology is growing field where pharmacy grade apply AI and machine learning to predict the drug behavior, optimize dosing, and design better therapies. There are also strong need of for AI literate pharmacists who understand how these technologies work, can interpret AI-driven insights, and ensure safe and effective medication use in clinical settings. So, to prepare pharmacy students should develop skills in programming, data analysis, AI fundamentals alongside their clinical expertise. So, this combination opens door to cutting edge role in pharma, biotech, health, care tech, and beyond. So, AI is reshaping pharmacy, so making it more innovative and data driven than ever before.
Right. So, as we wrap up, what would you say to those skeptics who think AI is just a hype in drug discovery?
To those who say AI is drug discovery as just hype, I would say it's important to look at the real evidence based achievements happening right now. So, AI has already solved complex problems like protein folding with the DeepMind's AlphaFold, which was once considered nearly impossible. Then companies like Atomwise and Recursion Pharmaceuticals are using AI to discover new drug candidates and speed up development timeline. So some AI design molecules are already in clinical trials. So that said, AI isn't magic wand. There are clear limitations, data challenges, the need for experimental validation, and complexity of biology mean AI is one powerful tool among many, not a complete solution. But the genuine breakthrough we have seen prove AI is far beyond hype. It's driving innovation, improving efficiency, and opening doors that we closed before.
Right. So, Mohammed, it has been really fascinating. Thank you for the cutting edge overview. Hello.
Hello,
You have a part to say after this. I said,
hello.
yeah, could you hear my part?
No, no, it's not clear. That's why.
This has been fascinating. Thank you for this cutting edge overview.
Yeah, I'm genuinely excited about the future of AI in drug discovery, the pace of innovation, and the potential to bring life-changing medicines to patients faster than ever is truly inspiring. It's a thrilling time to be involved in this field, and I can't wait to see what breakthrough lies ahead. Thank you so much for having me on the show. It's been a pleasure to share these insights with you and your listeners.
That's all for today's episode. Next time, we'll explore more on precision pharmacology and personalized drug metabolism.